You are 26 and still at uni. What went wrong? I wasn't allowed to say this on my personal statement. This is the truth about me wanting to do medicine. British people, I have beef with you because there's one thing you guys do that I completely hate. The advice I would give to younger people is, hi, my name is Fortunate. I'm 26. I am currently an incoming final year medical student. Today I'm doing a Q&A that I have set for myself just so that you who is watching can get to know me a bit better. Before I start, I kind of just want to set the background on what this whole YouTube channel is all about. So last year I created this YouTube channel. I posted a couple videos. One of it was sharing with you guys what my results were in my fourth year of uni. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with YouTube, and so I just decided to just put it to the side because I just thought maybe this is not for me. But I think now I am just like, you know what? People that are close to me, my family, my friends, they know that I talk a lot. Even though I tend to present myself on the outside as an introvert, when I'm actually in a safe place, I am a loud person. YouTube is just a good place for me to talk a little bit more and share my experiences and all the lessons I've learned, in hopes that whoever is listening to me gets to learn something as well. And you know, maybe one day we get to become best friends. You just never know. What better way to, you know, introduce this channel again than to just share a little bit about myself. First question is, where did you grow up? Where is your accent from? I was born and raised in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria up until I was 17 years old, and I moved to the UK at 17, and I have lived in the UK up until now. I'm currently 26, so it's been 9 years. And so my accent is a combination of Nigeria that I grew up in and whatever British accent I have picked up in the past 9 years of living here. Altogether, this is what you get. What was childhood like? British people, I have beef with you because there's one thing you guys do that I completely hate. Every time you guys talk about your childhood and then you find out that I don't share the same childhood as you, you start to laugh at me, make fun of me, almost like you're trying to tell me that my childhood is subpar compared to yours just because I didn't watch Disney. Are you kidding? Do you know what Papa Jasco is? Do you know what Super Story is? Do you know what Tales by the Moonlight is? I'm just kidding, but not really. I had a fantastic childhood growing up, actually. One of the things I'm very grateful for is that growing up as a child, my parents did a good job of just like making sure that we were comfortable. Like, I didn't know that my parents were struggling financially when I was a child. It was only when I grew up that I was like, oh my god, like, you guys didn't have money? Like, I felt like we had the world. When did you know that you wanted to do medicine? I wasn't allowed to say this on my personal statement. This is the truth about me wanting to do medicine. I actually wanted to do medicine at the age of 8. Yes, I was 8 years old when my mom started taking me to the hospital to look after my younger brother. And I just remember just loving going with my mom to the hospital. And I just thought to myself, like, I want to come back here every single day. And so I thought, what is the one thing that I can do that would make me come back here every single day? And I was like, ooh, I can become a nurse, just like my mom. And then I went to my parents and I said, look, I want to become a nurse. And so my parents looked at me and they're like, you know what, Fortunate, we think you should become a doctor. Being a doctor is just a lot more prestigious. You get to be respected a lot more, because at the time, nurses used to be disrespected, and even till today nurses are still being disrespected, especially by doctors. Not good. After my parents said that to me, I was like, oh yeah, of course I want to become a doctor. The one thing that's basically like solidified everything for me was after my A-levels, I started working in the hospital as a healthcare assistant, and it was during COVID, and it was crazy. Working during COVID was crazy, and I just knew in that moment that if I was able to just like go through COVID and I still wanted to be a doctor, then this career is for me, because we all know how crazy it is right now in the NHS. And yeah, sadly it's a hard job. I feel like I'm cut out for it, but I guess we'll see. You are 26 and still at uni. What went wrong? Obviously something went wrong, because how in the world am I 26 and I'm still trying to get my first degree? Well, I had delays. Okay, I think overall I took 4 years out of education before I started med school. The first 2 years I took before moving to the UK. Finished secondary school at 15, and then I sat entrance exams into medical school in Nigeria, and I failed twice. You know what, I didn't exactly fail, I just didn't get the cutoff to get into med school, which is usually very high. So like, the total score was 400. The cutoff for med school would usually be in the 300s, and I was getting 200, so not good enough. Then I moved here when I was 17. I did my A-levels. Couldn't go to med school for another 2 years because I didn't qualify for student finance. I couldn't afford to pay international fees, so I just had to wait, okay? Let me tell you, your girl cried, okay? In all these years of just waiting, all the delays I had, I was crying. I just had this faith in God that everything will work out for good. Got into med school at 21, and I am currently a final year medical student, so delay is not denial. What's the one thing that people will struggle to believe about you? The fact that I fought at night in my sleep. Yeah, pretty girls fought. I think that's what the people struggle to believe about me. But I do struggle with IBS, and if you know what IBS is, you know that IBS tends to make you bloat quite a lot, and with bloating comes farting in the middle of the night. It's manageable. I just have to make sure that I don't eat 4 hours before going to bed, and everything will be fine. What do you like the most about med school? I think the one thing I like the most about med school is just the flexibility it gives you to do a lot of things outside of med school, which you wouldn't get as a doctor. For example, in my first year of medical school, I learned how to cycle. I just wish I didn't take it for granted. What advice would you give to younger people? Don't take life too seriously. I think that's one of the things I really struggle with, like having to like not really take life too seriously, especially like as someone who's just grown up as this like overachiever, wants to get the top in every single thing. It's just, yeah, it's just been a lot, and you just put a lot of pressure on yourself. You're sad when things don't go well, which, you know, which is not the best place to be. You just realize that you just be sad all the time, because such is life, you know, things don't go well a lot of the time. Try not to live a life where you're trying to please people, and actually live your life for you. I think that the biggest freedom I've had internally is when I decided that I wanted to live my life for myself and not for other people or what people would think about me, and understanding that I cannot necessarily change your perception of me, because your perception of me is based on how you see the world and nothing to do with me. And whether you like me or you don't like me, that's really not my problem. You know, I just have to continue to live my life the way I'm happy to live my life. Do you get it? Yeah. This brings me to the end of my video. I hope you guys loved it. If you have any questions for me, about me, to me, let me know, and I will make sure to answer it. Thank you so much for staying till the end, and have a good day. Bye bye.